Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 final week is on the air. 7 days left to go in the 1999 season. Today's date is September 27th, 99. We are at the Metrodome for an important game between the Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. The White Sox come into this game a record of 79 and 76. The Twins a record of 58 and 96. This is a spoiler game. My rules on spoiler games are very simple. Sometimes some players that normally did not start most of the year are in the game. I usually replace them with the starters starting the seventh inning and later. But let's take a look at the standings here for tonight. Pretty much the 12 playoff teams have already been settled. However, there are a couple of championships still need to be decided, and seeding is still on the line. In the American League East, the Boston Red Sox only 4 games back of the Yankees. Yankees' magic number to win that division is now 4. In the American League Central, the Cleveland Indians, they have already clinched the American League Central. The Chicago White Sox must go at least 3-4 the rest of this season. I believe they did play a full 162. Actually, did not. They played 161 games. So actually, they need to go no better than 3 and 3. They only played 161 games that year. So they need to go at least get 3 wins out of the next 6 games. If not, they will not get in. American League West, very tight. The Texas Rangers only a half game back of the Athletics in that division. The National League East, the Braves' magic number to clinch that division is 1. A win by the Braves or a loss by the Mets tonight in ticker, and these two and the Braves will win that division. Although I don't think those teams played tonight. We'll have to find out. National League Central, the Astros, they are the number 1 seed throughout, no matter what. The Pirates, they trail the Mets. They trail the Mets by 3 games for the number 4 seed for the wild card. So right now, if the Mets remain as the 4, that means the Pirates would have to play 2 games in order to get in the division. And but the Mets right now would have home field for the 1, but we still got ways to go. In the National League West, the Arizona Diamondbacks still have a 6.5 game lead on the Giants. I'm not sure if those guys play tonight, and they do. So if the Diamondbacks win tonight, they will clinch the National League West. But right now, those are the 12 teams that are going to that are possibly going to the postseason no matter what. Everybody else has been kicked out. The rest of this week is seeding and of course, some division championships. We'll see how it goes tonight as we now begin the final week. David Vega, Ernest Cruz are first to join us here at the Metrodome. I think this is the first time we've been to the Metrodome this season. The White Sox historically won this game 3-1. They had 5 hits and an error. The Twins had 5 hits and no errors. So the Twins are trying to play a little bit spoiler. The White Sox, they need to get in. Doug Hunt now joins us here at the Metrodome. So if everybody is set and ready to go, the final week is ready. We're only 1 week left before we start the postseason, which will start on next Sunday with the wild card series. Which game yet? Don't know. But we got 1 more week to find out what we've got. Starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins tonight is Brad Radke. 12 wins, 14 losses, a 3.75 ERA in 99. 121 strikeouts, 44 walks. The Metrodome was not known as the Homer Dome in 99. It was a pitcher's park. Only 156 home runs hit there, -2 to walk. So not a big home run place in 99 for the Metrodome. It was not a Homer Dome that year. So if everybody is set and ready to go, big matchup, Sox and Twins. The Sox must win 3 games in order to get in. If they lose 4 games, they were 3-3. So they need to get 3 wins. They got to get 3 wins at 79. There are 79 wins now. They must get 3 wins out of the next 6. We'll find out. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the White Sox, the shortstop, Mike Caruso, 250 average, 2 homers, 35 RBIs, and 99. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Twins are the home team. Twins were horrible this year, 58 and 96, but they still drew a pretty good crowd. Let's see what happens tonight. Radke, 2-1, it's a blank. Caruso, 4-6, he flies one out the left field. That's going to be caught by Chad Allen, and that'll be out number 1. Next batter is the third baseman, Greg Norton, 255 average, 16 homers, 50 RBIs that year. Jimmy Jam joins us here at the Metrodome. Radke, 4-2, it's a blank. Norton, 3-2, base hit. He'll hit that one past first, and the White Sox will get the first hit of the ball game. Here's the second baseman, Ray Durham, 296 average, 13 homers, 60 RBIs, and 99. Infielder double play, Norton had 4 steals. He won't get one. Radke, 5-5, strikeout, no. Durham, a 6-6, and it's a base hit to center field. Will Norton get the third? 2-6, and let's see, 2-6. If it's hit to center field or right field, he advances if the base running rating is a 6. He's only a 3. He will hold at second base. Going by the new inside pitch advanced for inside pitch charts. And I like using those charts, very easy. But now runners at first and second. And now here is the right fielder, Maglio Ordonez, 301 average, 30 homers, 117 RBIs that year. Very good season that year. Vita Productions and XSG2 join us here at the Metrodome. Strategy, nothing on the 11. Radke, 2-3, pitcher result, 20 is a blank. Ordonez, 3-6, and against the righty, it's a ground ball right back to Radke. Will he turn the double play? 2-1-1, and let's see, righty, short, let's see, second baseman is the pivot, and that is Walker. So the only way they'll turn a double play is on a 1. They won't get it. Norton will go to third. Durham's got good speed. He'll actually make second. Radke's only play was the first. That's out number 2. So we'll grounder to the pitcher, but the runners will move up. And now the designated hitter, Carlos Lee, 293 average, 16 homers, 84 RBIs, and 99. Frank Thomas is actually on the bench. He may come in necessary. Strategy roll, nothing on the 9. Ben Wicks joins us here at the Metrodome. What's the matter there, Ben? You feeling? What's the matter? What'd you get? A little bit of a cold or something? Radke, 1-3, range play at the park. Metrodome, 2-4. It's a grounder to second base. That ball is hit to Todd Walker. He stunk. His range is a 1. But he's going to make this play. What a play by Walker. He's got it. Throws to first, side retired. No runs, 2 hits for the White Sox. Todd Walker, a range rating of 1, and he got it. And something tells me it may not be the White Sox night. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox tonight is Kip Wells. I don't know much about him. He only had 7 starts in 99. 4 wins, a loss, a 4.04 ERA, 29 strikeouts, 15 walks. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Twins, center fielder Jacques Jones, 289 average, 9 homers, 44 RBIs that season. Wells will pitch. Wells, 5-6, pitcher result. That's going to be an automatic out. I'll just use the 9. And that is going to be a ground ball to third. And that'll be taken care of there by Norton. And Norton will throw it over to first for out number 1. Might as well just use it. Nobody out. Or nobody on base. Next batter, the left fielder, Chad Allen. 277 average, 10 homers, 46 RBIs. Wells, a 4-1, strikeout, no. Allen, a 3-4, and it's a ground ball to third. Once again, Norton will go ahead and get it. Norton, a Norton. He throws it over to first, 2 outs. Here's the right fielder, Midray Cummings, 263 average, a homer, 9 RBIs. Only played in 16 games for the Twins. The Twins do have a hodgepodge lineup here. Wells will go ahead and deal. Wells, 5-2, strikeout, no. Cummings, 4-4, fly ball to left, and that'll be handled by Brian Simmons, and he will make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins. No score after 1. Top of the second, Radke can pitch to 28, and Wells can pitch to only 22. Huh? Leading off for the White Sox will be the center fielder, Chris Singleton, 300 average, 17 homers, 72 RBIs that year. Radke, 4-2, it's a blank. Singleton, 3-1, fly ball to right, and Cummings will get to that, and he'll make the play for out number 1. As I said, I usually will bring in starters at the 7th if their batting average, one of the rule I have, if their batting average actually is higher than the position, and they all go into the position, just makes it easy. Here's the first baseman, Paul Konerko, 294 average, 24 homers, 81 RBIs. White Sox pretty much using a main lineup here. Radke, 2-4 against the righty, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout for Radke, 2 down. And now the left fielder, Brian Simmons, 230 average, 4 homers, 17 RBIs. Radke, 6-5, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. And Radke gets the job done. 1, 2, 3, go the Pale Hose. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Twins, second baseman, Todd Walker, 279 average, 6 homers, 46 RBIs in 99. He was a main starter. Wells, a 6-4. That's at the park. Metrodome, 3-5, and he flies 1 to left. And Simmons will get to that one as well, and that will be the first out. Here's the third baseman, Corey Koski, 310 average, 11 homers, 58 RBIs. Corey Koski, that's another pretty nice baseball name. Wells, 2-3, walk plus, and no, that 19 is going to be too high. Koski's a 10, a walk plus will make him a 20, -2 makes him an 18, the 19 is too high. Koski, 4-2, but he will get a base hit anyway, so he makes it to first. So single for Koski. Runner on. Here's the catcher, Terry Steinbach, 284 average, 4 homers, 42 RBIs that year. Infield a double play. Koski had 4 steals, and he is not going anywhere. Wells, 4-3. It's a blank. Steinbach, 6-3. Fly to left, and Simmons will get to that one as well. And that's the second out. Now coming up to bat, a very young 23-year-old big guy, although I don't think he was that big that year. This guy thinks he's going to make it to the Hall of Fame one day. Nah, we'll see. We'll see. Designated hitter, Big Papi, David Ortiz. He had a 0.000 average, 20 at bats. He has no chance of getting a hit off of his own card, but he can get one off the pitcher card and the ballpark card. A very young David Ortiz, 23 years old. And he is the DH for this game. He thinks he's going to make the Hall. Yes, Mini Papi. Yes, Mini Papi. He thinks this guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame one year. Nah, we'll see. Wells, 1-1. Range play at the park. What'd I say? Metrodome, 2-5. It's a double to right field, but it's a range play for Ordonez. Ordonez was excellent. His range is a 5, and he will be a 3, and he'll get it. He'll take a possible double away from Mini Papi, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit. No score after 2. Mini Papi. Ortiz pre-steroids. Is he a Hall of Famer, though? Yes, he is. Yeah, yes, he is. Yes, he is. And because he's a Hall of Famer, all the others should go in there as well. Leading off for the White Sox, top of the third, the catcher, Mark Johnson, 227 average, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. Mini pops. Isn't that cereal? That's sugar pops, by the way. Or corn pops, actually, which I happen to like, by the way, Ben. I love corn pops. Radke, 3-1 against the lefty. Walk, 17. Walk plus, actually. Yeah, he'll walk him. So he will walk Johnson on a walk plus. That is the first walk given up by Radke. It'll bring up Caruso. Caruso's 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Johnson had 3 steals. Not getting one. Radke, 4-3. Strikeout. No. Caruso, 3-6. Fly to right. That'll be handled by Cummings. And he gets it for out number 1. Here's Norton. Hey, Norton. Norton's got a single his first time up. Clee baseball fan joins us here at the Metrodome. Johnson, he'll stay put. Doesn't get the jump. Radke, 2-5. Wild pitch. No, it's a blank. Norton, 5-2. Fly to left this time. And Chad Allen will bring it down for the second out. And now here's Durham. Durham got a single his first time up. Radke, he'll pitch. Radke, 6-5. Strikeout. That missed. Barely. Durham, 3-1. Grounder right back to Radke. Radke will take his time easily. And he's going to throw to first to get Durham. And that will end the inning. Nothing across except the walk. And we go to the bottom of the third. The one thing about doing the final week, as I said, sometimes we get these spoiler games, teams that are right now nowhere in it, but they send up some players that we normally wouldn't see. If you'd have told me we were going to see David Ortiz in this 1999 season with a 0.000 batting average when I started this, I didn't think we'd see the Twins. But sometimes we got to play a spoiler game, and you never know. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Twins is the first baseman, Doug Mankiewicz, 229 average, 2 homers, 32 RBIs that year. No score. White Sox need wins. They got to get 3 wins in the next 6 games. Wells, 6-1, possible error. Mankiewicz, 1-2, grounded to first. That ball is hit to Konerko. His error rating is a 3. That's a 5. Konerko will get it. Wells will come on over and receive the throw, and that will be the first out. Here's the shortstop, Christian Guzman, 226 average, a homer, 26 RBIs that year. Wells, 6-5, home run chance, 14 is high. Guzman, 6-1, he flies one out to deep center field, and going back for that is Singleton, but he will have plenty of room. And that's out number 2. Here's Jones. Jones is 0 for 1. Wells, 2-6. Strikeout. No. Chuck, 5-1. Ground out to short. That'll be handled by Caruso. And Caruso will toss it over. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. So there were only 4 runs scored in this game historically. And so far, Inside Pitch seems to agree with it, as we got a pitcher's duel after 3. No score. Top of the fourth. And it will be Maglio Ordonez leading off for the Chi Sox. He's 0 for 1. Radke, 5-5. Strikeout, no. Ordonez, 4-1. Powers one into center field. That's a 16. It's going to stay up there. Jock Jones going after it. He will crack it down. That's out number 1. Ordonez not happy. He should have probably knew he got more than that. Excuse me. Here is Lee. Lee is 0 for 1. I might be catching Ben Witz's cold here across the internet. Who knows? Radke, 3-5. It's a blank. Lee, 3-3. Line drive to second. That's caught by Walker. That's a second out. Pop right in the glove. Here's Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 1. I don't know. Can you catch a virus over the internet? Radke, 6-5, strikeout. No. Singleton, 5-1. Fly ball hit the right. And Midray Cummings will go ahead and get that. And retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Chi Sox. You go to the bottom of the fourth. Technology is amazing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Technology is amazing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bottom of the fourth inning here, no score. Quick moving game so far. Chad Allen leads off from Minnesota. He's 0 for 1. Cosmo Kramer joins us here at the Metrodome. Wells will deal. 2-2, strikeout. That just missed. Allen, 6-1, fly ball to center. Easy play for Singleton. And right now, both these pitchers are pitching pretty darn well. It's out number 1. Here's Cummings. Cummings is 0 for 1. If you talk to the wrong people, you might. Yeah, that's the other kind of virus that we don't want. Wells, 4-4, range play. Cummings, 1-2. It's a single to left, but it's a range play for Brian Simmons. His range is a 3. He's going to make the catch. 2 outs. What a play by Simmons out there. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Takes a single away from Cummings. It'll now be Walker. Walker is 0 for 1. Wells, they'll go ahead and deal. Wells, 2-4, strikeout. No. Walker, a 2-2, and it's grounded to third. Easy play for Norton. And he'll toss it over. And another 1-2-3 inning for Kip Wells. No score after 4. On to the 5th. Paul Konerko leads off for the Chi Sox. He's 0 for 1. Twins playing just to get a nice win. White Sox, they said they only played 161 games in 1999. They must get 3 out of 6 wins. They cannot go 2-4. Radke, 4-1, strikeout. Cold strike 3 on Konerko. And that's going to be the second K for Radke. Second time Konerko struck out. Here's Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 1. Radke 3-6 at the blank. Simmons 4-3, grounder right back to Radke. Radke will get that, and he'll throw it over to first for out number 2. You kind of think it's going to be a home run that's going to go ahead and break this tie here. Here's Johnson. Johnson walked his first time up. Radke will pitch. 5-5, strikeout, swing and a miss. Strikeout, and the inning is over. Third strikeout for Radke. And right now, both teams are putting up a bunch of goose eggs on the board. This was a low-scoring game historically. So right now, inside pitch agrees. Bottom of the 5th coming up. And it will be Corey Koski. Koski got a base hit his first time up. Yes, actually, Ben. They have 79 wins. Actually, that is correct. Yes. They only played 161. If they do finish 81-80, they will get in. Yes. So actually, my bad. They need to win 2 out of the next 6 games. Wells, 3-1, wild pitch at the blank. Koski, 3-2, grounded to second base. Durham will get that. Throw over and out number 1. That is correct. Thank you for correcting me there, Ben. They need to win 2 games. 81 wins will be enough. I do not add extra games, and percentage points will always win over a tiebreaker first. Percentage points is first, because some teams did not play 162 games. There were a lot of teams actually that year that did not play. The Mets actually played 163 games, but the Mets, because they played a tiebreaker against the Reds, I will not play that game. I will not play it. Even though Brian Davis put that on the schedule, I'm not going to play it. Wells will pitch to Steinbach. Wells, 5-3, strikeout. Got Steinbach. That's the first strikeout for Wells, 2 down. And now here's Little Poppy, or Mini Poppy. He's 0 for 1. Wells will pitch. Wells, 1-4. Hit by pitch. No. Ortiz, 1-4, and he walks. Ortiz did draw a number of walks that year. He does draw the base on balls. So Mini Poppy will trot to first. It'll bring up Mankiewicz. Mankiewicz is 0 for 1. A young Mini Poppy. 2 men down, no score. Bottom of the 5th. Ortiz not a threat to do anything, and he won't. Wells, 3-6. That's a blank. Mankiewicz, 3-6. Ground ball to short. That'll be taken care of there by Caruso. He's going to throw to second to get Mini Poppy, and the inning is over. Nothing across except the walk. Very fast-moving game so far. No score after 5. And not much action on the base pads either. There were only 10 hits in the game historically too, so it was a pitcher's duel. We go to the top of the 6th. It will be Mike Caruso leading off. He's 0 for 2. Radke will deal. Radke 4-1 strikeout. Got him. Radke gets his 4th K, and that's 1 out. Here's Norton. Norton's 1 for 2 with a base hit. Radke will deal. Radke 3-1 against the switch left, a walk plus, and that will walk Norton. So Radke walks Norton, so Norton winds up on base for the second time. That is the second walk given up by Radke. It'll bring up Durham. Durham 1 for 2 with a single. Infield a double play. White Sox are trying 100 loss. Yeah, and my Mets are not. I'm really beginning to think that my Mets this year, 2025, they are not going to make the playoffs. They are playing the worst possible baseball this season. I don't know what happened. Strategy roll. Norton will stay put. Radke 1-2 strikeout. Got Durham. That's the 5th K for Radke. Actually, there was 2 outs. So Durham goes down, and now the batter is Ordonez. Ordonez is 0 for 2. Norton on at first. Strategy, he'll stay at first. Doesn't get the jump. Radke, 6-2. It's a blank. Ordonez, 1-1. Grounder to second base. And Todd Walker won't have a problem with this one. He will take it. He's going to go ahead and touch. He's going to he's going to throw to the shortstop covering to get Norton at second, and that'll do it there. Nothing across except the walk. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Mets at one point were 21 games above 500 this season. They have done a complete collapse. I really like to know what happened, but I think I do know what happened, but I don't know. I really have no clue. I don't think the team had any life. Something went wrong. Christian Guzman leads off for the Twins. He's 0 for 1 in the bottom of the 6th. No score here. Wells, 6-1, possible error. Guzman, 6-5, grounder right back to Wells. That's going to be an error. Wells has an error rating of 20. That's a 4. That's going to be an automatic error. So Guzman reaches on an E1. That's the first error on the White Sox. They did have an error in the game historically. So they will go ahead and get there. So Guzman on at first. The batter now is Jones, as Wells committed a big error. Jones is 0 for 2. Infield double play. Guzman had 9 steals, and he didn't get the jump. Wells, 2-2, strikeout, no. Jones, 1-5. That's a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn it. 2-3-3. Shortstop pivot. Shortstop pivot is 0. 1-3. It's a double play. No. Guzman will actually make second base. He had the speed since it hit the first. So Konerko is going to have to make the play there, and that's out number 1. But now a runner in scoring position. Here's Allen. Allen is 0 for 2. trouble other series of the Phillies. I know. It's like I said. I don't know. The Mets early on the season were so much fun to watch. Now I can't even watch them. I really can't. They're just not playing like they really want to win. I have no idea. Something went wrong with that team. Something went wrong since that series against the White Sox early in mid June. They just fell apart. I don't know what it is. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Guzman will stay put. Wells 5-1. That's a walk plus. He'll walk Allen. So the Twins now got something going on. That's the second walk by Wells. And here's a chance for Cummings. Cummings is 0 for 2. Infield once again at double play. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 18. Wells will go ahead and he will pitch. Wells 5-6. That's a pitcher result. The 20 is high. Cummings 2-5. And it's a fly to right. And that's going to be caught by Ordonez for out number 2. Guzman, he's got speed. Let's see if he gets the third. And that is a 1-3. And let's see here. On a fly to right, no, he'll hold. So Guzman will stay at second he'll stay at second base, but now 2 down. And now the batter is Walker. Walker is 0 for 2. Wells sets up there, trying to get it done. But the Beavers getting their asses kicked 38-0. Ouch. Yeah, I know. Oregon State, I didn't like that team at all this year, unfortunately. They lost some players, and I'm really not thrilled with their coach. And that's sad. I like Oregon State. I like the Beavs. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Wells 2-1, strikeout, got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The inning is over. That is the second strikeout for Wells, and that'll do it. No runs, nothing, no hits, 1 error and a walk. And the Twins can't do anything. After 6, still no score. Top of the 7th. Brad Radke still got plenty left in the tank. Carlos Lee will lead off. Wells is tired. Lee will bat. Radke is 0 for 2. Radke, 6-6, strikeout, got him. And that'll be another strikeout for Radke. That's his 6th. He's actually getting the job done right now. And here's Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 2. Yeah, my Hurricanes are taking care of South Florida. I'm glad that they went ahead and did not underestimate USF. I'm glad they're taking care of business against the team they're supposed to beat. Radke, 6-4. That's at the park. Metrodome, 3-6. It's grounded to third. Taken care of by Koski. Koski will get that. And he'll throw it over, 2 down. And now Konerko. Konerko is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Radke, 2-2. Error on a grounder. Konerko, 3-3. And that's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to third. That ball's going to get thrown to first. Konerko's base running rating is a 1. That's a 3. He's out. The inning is over. So because it was a possible error, but on a grounder, on a possible hit, that's going to take it away. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. We're 34 minutes in the stream. We're already at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. But remember now, the 10-minute tickers are now only 1 day per 1 game of baseball. And the next game for tomorrow, we don't know yet. I need you guys to help me decide what we're gonna play tomorrow night. So I'm right for the final week. You guys help me to choose the next game to play during the final week. But we try to get as much variety as possible. We still want to get other teams on the board, but we do want to get the more important games as possible. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Wells is tired. Corey Koski leading off. I wonder if I want to go. Wells has pitched such a great job today, but he is tired, and he got lefty and 2 righties. I wonder if the White Sox would go to the bullpen. You know what? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Because Wells actually is a better. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna let Wells pitch for another inning. See if we can get him. Bottom of the 7th, no score. White Sox and Twins. Rare that I have a game with no score already at the 7th inning. Batter is Koski. Koski is 1 for 2. Wells, 6-5. Home run chance. The 3 is good against the righty. Koski needs an 11. Does Koski put the Twins ahead? Wow, he got a 12. He just missed it. Koski, 6-2. It gets over it. He chops it to third. Norton's got it. Throws to first. That's out number 1. Koski can't believe it. Wells put it right over the plate, and Koski swung over it. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at the Metrodome. Here's Steinbach. Steinbach is 0 for 2. Wells almost gave up a big-time ball. Wells will pitch. Yeah, but the Dodgers are already eliminated. I don't think I'm gonna do that series. Depends what happens in Arizona tonight, too. Dodgers are already out. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know. Wells, 3-5. Strikeout, no. Steinbach, 2-4. And that is a grounder to second. Taken care of by Durham. And Durham will throw to first for out number 2. Like I said, V-Dub, we'll see. We have to see what else the chat wants. Here's Big Poppy, but he's going to come out. He's the DH, so now I'm going to start bringing in some starters. And let's see, he's a designated hitter. And we're going to go, let's see, you got a righty, so let's go ahead and bring out Denny Hocking. He'll take over at short. He'll take over at DH. 267 average, 7 homers, 41 RBIs. So Denny Hocking will now take over at the designated hitter spot, and he will go up against Wells. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, no score here. Wells, 3-6. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a single, and that's going to be a base hit past short that will get Wells out. That's a fatigue result, and Wells will come out of the game. But he pitched beautifully. But right now, he can only get the no decision, which is really sad. We'll see a new pitcher as Doug Mankiewicz will come up to bat, and he will bat. So we got a lefty here, so they will bring in a new pitcher, and they only have a few lefties. So coming on to pitch for the White Sox will be Jesus Pena. No wins, no losses, no saves. A 5.31 ERA in 99. 20 strikeouts, 18 walks. So Jesus Pena, his job is to get Mankiewicz out, and he can pitch to 4, just in case. So we'll see what he can do. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, no score. Very rare I get a game with no score in the inning. Strategy roll for Hocking. He had 11 stolen bases. He will not get one here. Doesn't get the jump. Pena, 6-1. Wild pitch, and that'll put Hocking to second. Hocking will go to second base on a wild pitch. Now Mankiewicz gets to swing. Mankiewicz, 5-3, and it's a fly ball to center field. And Singleton will get that. And he makes the catch and retires a side. No runs and a hit for the Twins. No score after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. No score here. Rare I have a game with no runs scored going into this late in the inning. I think I had a game that had no score and it went into extras in the 1983 season. Brian Simmons is the leadoff batter. We may see a pinch hitter for him. Simmons is in left field, so they're going to go ahead and let's see. They are at 126 at bats, and I want to leave for 248 and Jackson 275. Brian Simmons is going to come out of the game. Coming on to take over in left field will be Darren Jackson. 275 average, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. As now Darren Jackson will take over in left field. He's actually a better fielder than Simmons is, as he is a 5.5 -1. So he'll take over. So Darren Jackson will bat. Radke will stay in the game. Top of the 8th, no score. Radke can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. Radke, 3-3, walk, no. Jackson, 4-3, and he popped out to short. That's going to be Guzman getting to that. And that will be out number 1. Next batter is Johnson. He's a catcher. And the other catcher I have available is Fordyce, and he will come in. And even though he's a lefty, but I'm going to bring in Fordyce. He's the better player. Coming in now to play catcher for the White Sox will be Brooke Fordyce. 297 average, 9 homers, 49 RBI. So now Fordyce will take over at that position as I now start making moves. Since this is a spoiler game, I now start bringing in starters. And he is a 2290. So here's Brooke Fordyce against Radke. 1 out, top of the 8th. Radke will pitch. 3-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Fordyce, 2-2, and that's fly to right. And that'll be caught by Cummings, and that is out number 2. Next batter is Caruso. He'll hit. Caruso at 529 at bats. Usually if a batter has usually in this case, at least less than 300, I usually will might make a move. Radke will pitch to Caruso. Caruso is 0 for 3. Fans here at the Metrodome enjoying a great pitcher's duel. Radke, 1-5, strike, and strikeout, 6. No, that just missed. Caruso, 2-6, it's a base hit past third. Caruso keeps the inning going with a single. Now Radke is tired. He says, I can do it, coach. Because the next batter is Norton. Norton will bat. 1 for 2, single and a walk. Caruso on it first. Radke will deal with Norton. Strategy roll still happening. Nothing on the 12. Radke, 6-4. That's at the park. Metrodome, 1-1. Base hit, center field. Caruso's base running area 5. That was hit to center. And that is a 6-3 hit to center. And hold if arm rating is 0-1 or 2. And center fielder Jones is a +1. Caruso will make third. Since it was hit to center, but it only holds if the arm rating is a 0-1 or a -2. And Jock Jones is a +1 arm. That will allow Caruso to get to third. So now the White Sox got something going on here. And now here's Durham. Durham is 1 for 3. And I think that is going to be... Do I want Radke to pitch to Durham? I'm going to say he's done. Radke is done. We'll see a new pitcher for the Twins. Nice job by Radke, though. He can still get the loss. And we're going to do what here? They're going to pitch to... They're going to bring in a righty. Even though it's pretty close. We'll go with a right-hander. Coming on to pitch for the Twins will be Bob Wells. 8 wins, 3 losses, a save, a 3.81 ERA in 99. 45 strikeouts, 24 walks. So Bob Wells will pitch to Durham. 2 outs, top of the 8th, no score. White Sox need to win. Twins are just playing just to get a win. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Wells will pitch. Wells, 3-2. It's a blank. Durham, 4-3. And it's a fly ball to left field. And Chad Allen's going to have room to get that. He'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. White Sox get a chance that goes by the board. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Time out for one quick second. Yep, whatever Ben has, I think Ben just transferred what he had over the internet to me. Thanks a lot, guy. Bottom of the 8th inning. Christian Guzman leads off for the Twins. He'll lead off. Pena coming out of the game. White Sox going now to the bullpen here. Guzman will bat. He had over 420 at-bats. So a new pitcher coming in for the White Sox, and it is going to be Bill Seamus. 6 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves, 3.75 ERA, 41 strikeouts, 26 walks in 99. So Radke did a heck of a job, but he's not going to get anything. So now we're at the bottom of the 8th inning. So Bill Seamus will now pitch for the White Sox, and he can pitch to 5. Misery loves company. Yes, it does. Thanks a lot. And I thought we were buds, man. Seamus, 2-3, strikeout. Called strike 3 on Guzman. Got him. Guzman goes down on strikes at the first out. Nice job by Seamus. Here's Jones. Jones at 322 at-bats. With 289 average, he'll stay in the game. Seamus will pitch. Seamus, 6-5. Against the lefty, that's a walk plus. The 19 is too high. Jones, 2-6. He flies one to right. And Ordonez, he will get to it for out number 2. And now here's Allen. Allen 0 for 2 with a walk. Allen will bat. He'll stay in the game. Seamus will go ahead and deal. Seamus, 1-1. Strikeout. No. Allen, 1-4. And that's grounded to second. That'll be handled by Durham. Durham tosses it over and retires aside. 1-2-3. Go the Twins. The Twins have only 2 hits in this game. No score after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th first. Maglio Ordonez leads off for the White Sox. Bob Wells, he could still pitch to 4. He's going to stay in the game. So Bob Wells will stay in the game. Still pitch to 4 batters. Ordonez is 0 for 3. Top of the 9th. White Sox need 2 wins. Wells will pitch. Wells, 3-1. That's an automatic out, and that's a ground out to second. That'll be handled by Walker. And Walker will throw it over, number 1 down. Next up is Lee. Lee is 0 for 3. Wells will pitch. Wells, 6-4. That's a blank. Lee, 3-4. Powered into center field. That's a 5. That's going to be a double. Lee hits one over the head of everybody. He'll bounce off that hefty bag out there, and Lee will wind up at second base. So a go-ahead run at second. And now the dangerous Chris Singleton coming up, but he's 0 for 3. Wells will pitch to Singleton. Big run at second base, top of the 9th. No score here. Infield is back. Strategy rolls are still on. Lee will stay put. Wells will deal. Wells, 6-5, strikeout, no. Singleton, 3-4, and it is a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be caught by Jones for out number 2. Does Carlos Lee try to go to third? 1-3, I'm going to say the answer is no, and it is. 1-3 is going to be a hold, so he'll stay at second base, 2 down. So now 2 outs, and here comes Konerko. He'll bat. Konerko is 0 for 3. 2 men down. No score, top of the 9th. White Sox, 79 wins. They must, since Ben corrected me, they only had 161 games that year. They must get to 81, and they will be in. They got to get 2 wins out of 6. Leon at second. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Wells will deal. Wells, 1-6 against the righty. It's a blank. Konerko, 3-3. It's a base hit past third. Lee's base running rating is a 3 with 2 outs. It will not be enough. He has to hold at third. Lee holds at third base on a single by Konerko. And now here's Jackson. Wells is now tired. And Wells is now tired. They're going to go and take him out as well, but he did a good job. So Wells is tired. We'll see a new pitcher against Jackson. And they're going to go ahead and bring out their closer in this situation, Mike Trombley. 2 wins, 8 losses, 24 saves, a 4.33 ERA, 82 strikeouts, 26 walks in 99. So Mike Trombley is going to come on to pitch. He can pitch to 5. So here comes Mike Trombley. Boy, that name brings a bell. 2 men out. Trombley trying to get 1 out. Jackson will bat. Jackson will stay in. Leon is third. Konerko on at first. Strategy. That's a 1, but Konerko is not going anywhere. Trombley, he will pitch. Trombley, 1-6, strikeout plus, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits for the White Sox. Now will we see some bottom of the 9th inning magic? Nobody wants to win this game. Seamus can pitch to 2 more batters. Midray Cummings leads off for the Twins. He is 0 for 3. Seamus, you got 3 lefties coming up. I want to make a change here. Let's see. Although I'm not a fan of Park. I'm going to say Seamus is coming out. Seamus is going to come out of the game. The White Sox are going to go to their closer for this situation. It's going to be Keith Folk. Although I'm not really a closer, but one of their better pitchers in the bullpen. Here comes Keith Folk. 3 wins, 3 losses, 9 saves, a 2.22 ERA. So Folk will come in to pitch, and he can pitch to 6. His job, get this game to the 10th. Phoenix Knight joins us here at the Metrodome. Bottom of the 9th, no score. Very rare I have a game like this. Folk will go ahead and pitch. Folk, 2-1, range play. Cummings, 2-4, ground ball to short. That ball is into Caruso. His range is a 2, and he's got it. What a play by Caruso. He'll throw to first, out number 1. Caruso makes a heck of a play, flashes some leather. And now Walker. Walker is 0 for 3. Twins only 2 hits in this game. Combined hits in the game was 10, and we have 8. So right now, inside pitch, pretty much on the mark, but not with the runs, though. 1 out. Folk will go ahead and deal. Folk, 4-2, strikeout plus, got him. He'll get Walker. Folk gets him down, and now here's Koski. Koski 1 for 3. Locals settle into Koski. Fans here at the Metrodome hoping that someone can hit one out. Focal deal. Folk, 6-4 against the lefty. Strikeout plus swing and a miss. Struck him out. And we've got free baseball. Free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. I believe this is only the second time I've had a game with no runs scored going into extras. It's only the second time I've had a game like this. No score going into the 10th. I've never had that. I've had that once. This is only the second time. We go to the 10th inning. Ghost runners are not activated for the 10th. They will be in the 11th. Trombley will stay on the mound. He'll pitch to 4. Brooke Fordyce leads off for the White Sox. And he is 0 for 1 since taking over for Johnson. So top of the 10th, Trombley will pitch. Trombley, 6-5 against the righty. Home run result. Fordyce needed a 6. That's a 9. 4-3, but he does power one into center field. That's an 11. It's a leadoff double. So Fordyce will get a leadoff double. He'll head to second and stay there. It'll now bring up Caruso. Caruso is 1 for 4. It was a game. I think it was in the 1983 season. I don't remember. I think it was 1983. I think it was a 1983 game. The last season I did before this one. I think it was 1983. Fordyce on at second. Do you walk Caruso, set up a double play, or do you pitch to him? Norton's a little better at home run power. They're going to pitch to him. Fordyce on at second. Maybe it was a postseason. I don't remember. Strategy roll still on. Fordyce still stays put. Trombley, 1-1, strikeout, no. Caruso, 5-2, base hit left field. But will Fordyce score? It's a single to left. 6-2, and 6-2. He will hold. If it's a +1 to -2, the left fielder is Allen. He's a 0. Fordyce will stay put. Fordyce stops at third. Cannot bring in the run. But now the White Sox have a good chance here to finally get on the board. And here's Norton. Infield coming in. Norton is 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. Timeout for a quick set. Norton will bat. He is 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. It might have been a postseason game. I don't remember. Infield is in. Nobody out. Top of the 10th. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 7. Caruso stays put. Trombley will pitch to Norton. Trombley. 4-3. Strikeout plus. He got him. What a huge K. 1 down. Trombley will get Norton. And now here's Durham. Durham 1 for 4. The infield will still stay in. No guarantee of getting a double play with Durham. Durham was pretty quick. This brought by Puffs. Yeah, I know, right? Strategy roll. That's a 20, but Trombley has no pickoff rating. He'll concentrate on Durham. Fans here at the Metrodome hoping for a big pitch. Trombley, 1-2, wild pitch. He throws it over the catcher, and that's going to bring in a run. Fordyce will score. Caruso to second. Now Durham gets the swing. 5-1, and he hits a base hit to center field. Will that bring in Caruso? Single to center. And that's a 6-6. That's going to be a play. 6-6, it's going to be a play. That's an 18. Center fielder is Jones. His arm rating is a +1. The 18, he's going to be safe. Caruso will come around. He will score. Durham holds it first. And the White Sox take a 2-0 lead. Stadium groans. Wild pitch, and then a single by Durham. 2 RBI single puts the White Sox ahead. 2-0. Batter now is Ordonez. That will be it for Trombley, and he's going to leave with the L. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Twins. And let's see. They'll bring in a righty, and it is going to be Hector Carrasco. 2 wins, 3 losses, save a 4.96 ERA. Carrasco will be the 4th Twins pitcher. So with 1 out, now it's a 2-0 White Sox lead here in the 10th. Durham on at first. Ordonez is 0 for 4. Strategy rolls are now off. Carrasco will pitch. Carrasco, 6-5, hit by pitch. No. Ordonez, 5-2 against a righty. It's a fly out to right. That'll be handled by Cummings. And that is out number 2. 2 down, here's Lee. Lee is 1 for 4 with a double. Durham on it first, 2 down. Carrasco will pitch. Carrasco, 6-4, pitcher result. That 11 is going to be an automatic out. And since it's the final out, I'm just going to use the number that's on it. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. That'll be taken by Guzman. He will throw to first to get Lee. And the inning is over. 2 runs on 3 hits. A 2 RBI single by Durham. And now we'll see if the Twins can come back. Keith Folk can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. He's going to stay out there. And Terry Steinbach leads off the bottom of the 10th. Steinbach is 0 for 3. The main closer for the White Sox in this game actually is Sean Lowe. Is Bob Howry. But Folk, I'm going to keep him out there. He does have saves. So nobody out, bottom of the 10th. 2-0 in favor of the White Sox. Folk will go ahead and pitch. Folk, 4-6. That's an automatic out, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And Singleton will get to that, and that is out number 1. Next batter is Hocking. Hocking got a base hit his first time up, 1 for 1. Folk will go ahead and pitch. Folk, 4-6. That is also an automatic out, and that's going to be grounded to first. Taken care of by Konerko. He'll bring it to the bag on his own, 2 down. And the last chance for the Twins is Doug Menkiewicz. And he's 0 for 3. What a job by the Sox tonight. Folks will go ahead. He sets in there. Fans here at the Metrodome hoping Menkiewicz can keep it going. Folk, 5-2. Nope, that's going to be an automatic out. It's going to be another ground ball to first. That'll be taken by Konerko. He runs to the bag, jumps on the bag. That's your game. White Sox will shut the Twins out tonight, 2-0. Stadium groans. A big win in extra innings for the White Sox. They will now go to 80-76. They need just 1 more to clinch a playoff spot. The Twins will drop to 58-97. But a good win here in extra innings. Final line score coming up. For the White Sox, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For the Twins, no runs, only 2 hits and no error. Low hitting game. The winning pitcher is going to be Keith Folk. He's going to wind up with the win. The loss will go to Mike Trombley. No save for anyone. But a big-time victory for the White Sox, and they'll definitely take it. We're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Wow, another extra inning game with no runs scored. I do not get that often. I do not get that often. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, or maybe the 3-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the White Sox will get a 2-0 win over the Twins. So the White Sox will now go to 80-76. They need one more game to clinch a playoff spot. Let's take a look at the rest of the games. We'll first do the games that don't mean anything. Kansas City at Detroit. Royals 11-22. That is 3. Tigers 7-63, and that is 8. That's a win for the Cats. Let's see here. Cardinals and the Reds. Unfortunately, both teams are out. Cardinals 6-46. That is 5. Reds 10-32. That is 4. Reds made a quick run at it, but just ran out of time. Marlins and the Expos. Marlins 9-36. That is 5. Expos 4-62, and that's 6, a win for them. Okay, so now we have, all right, so now we'll do Baltimore at Boston. The Red Sox are 4 games back of the Yankees. Pretty much the magic number for the Yankees is 4. Let's see if the Red Sox can get a win here. Baltimore 0-36, that is 3. Red Sox 9-65, that is 9. The Red Sox get a win. Now we'll go to Tampa Bay and the Yankees. A Yankee loss here. The Red Sox will move to 3 back. Tampa Bay Devil Rays 7-11, that is 0. Yankees 15-43, and that is 7. So the Yankees will get the win. So now their magic number will now be 3 in order to clinch the American League East. Seattle at Texas. The Athletics do not play today. A win by the Rangers, they tie the Athletics. For those of you wondering about what happens if it ends up a tie, the Oakland Athletics have a record of 2 wins and are 2-3 on the board. The Rangers are 4-1. So if the Rangers tie the Athletics in overall record right now, the Rangers do have the better board record. They will win the division. Mariners and the Rangers. Mariners 9-54, that is 7. Rangers 11-24, that is 4. That is a bad loss for the Rangers. And now they move back. Now they are a full game back. Rockies and the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are playing the Rockies. A win by Arizona, they clinch the National League West. Do the Diamondbacks, do they win the division? Rockies 10-43, and that is 5. Diamondbacks 18-21, that is 4. No, the division stays as it is. The Diamondbacks do not clinch, and now the Giants move to get a half game, and now only 6 back. So no clinching tonight. Florida, no clinching tonight. That is your 10-minute ticker, or in this case, your 3-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Let's now take a look at the schedule for tomorrow, and let's see what we want to look at. First, I'll get rid of the games that don't matter. Cleveland and Kansas City, no. Detroit, Minnesota, no. Toronto, Tampa Bay, no. Reds and Astros, no. Marlins, Expos, no. Cubs and Phillies, no. You got Dodgers and Giants. So now let's see what we got here. So Oakland and Anaheim, Yankees at Baltimore, Seattle at Texas, Rockies at Diamondbacks, Braves and the Mets, which really I should choose this one because the Mets actually have to win that game tomorrow night to beat the Braves, but I'm going to that's a possible. That's a possible. Dodgers and Giants. If the Giants win, they clinch a playoff berth. If they lose, the Diamondbacks automatically get in. So let's see. So that's a possible. So Oakland there, Seattle, Texas, Rockies, and Diamondbacks. So, all right, guys, help me choose here. Oakland and Anaheim. The Athletics have a 1-game lead on the Rangers, but that division can't be clinched anyway at the moment. Yankees at Baltimore. Seattle at Texas. Rockies at Diamondbacks. Braves and Mets. Dodgers and Giants. Ben Wood says he thinks the Mets game is more urgent. So 1 for that. So this is 1 game for the Mets. Anybody else here? I got 14 people watching, so somebody make some choices here. So right now, Ben Witt says the Mets and the Braves is the more urgent one. VW Productions says, of course, says Giants Dodgers, which does make sense. Doug Hunt gave 2 to the Mets, so another vote for the Mets. Anybody else here? So I got 2 votes for Atlanta and the Mets. It would be Tom Glavine against Hershiser. Ernest Cruz says Mets Braves. That's 3. David Vega. Well, you already said, well, which one is it there, David Vega? You got Giants Dodgers, but you gave me Braves and Mets here. So you switched. Okay, so now it's 2-2. Anybody else? If it's a tie, I'm going to roll dice. So, obviously, Seattle, Texas, Colorado Rockies, Arizona, no. So, going once, going twice. They would rather switch than fight. Okay, so the choices are the Braves and the Mets, the Dodgers and the Giants. I'll roll dice for that. Since it's only 2 games, the black die is Braves and Mets. The white die is Dodgers Giants. If it's a tie, I'll re-roll. So, what game are we going to see tomorrow night? Are we going to Shea Stadium or are we going back to 3Com Park? We're going back to 3Com Park. Tomorrow night, it will be the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. Chan Ho Park will be going for the Dodgers, and once again, Joe Nathan will be on the mound for the Giants. Giants win, they're in. Very simple. Giants lose, they're not in, but the Diamondbacks win the division. So pretty much, Giants win, they're in. They lose, the Diamondbacks clinch the division. That'll be tomorrow night. The Dodgers and the Giants, be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. A good win for the White Sox. Only 1 game left they need to clinch the playoffs. They shut the Twins out tonight 2-0. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. After, of course, the NFL, but it doesn't matter. We're still going to play. See you guys then.